And the Razorbacks of the University of Arkansas. For the Razorbacks at forward from Albuquerque, New Mexico, number 20, Alan Zahn. For the Sycamores at forward from Illinois, number 4, Alex Wick. At the other forward for the Razorbacks from Independence, Kansas, number 44, Scott Hastings. For the Sycamores at forward from Rushville, Indiana, number 40, Brad Miley. For the Razorbacks at center from Rayton, Missouri, number 30, Steve Shaw. For the Sycamore center from Prince Rupert, Indiana, number 33, Larry Bird. For the Razorbacks at guard from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, number 24, U.S. Reed. For the Sycamores at guard from Warsaw, Indiana, number 23, Steve Reed. The other guard for the Razorbacks from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 32, Sidney Moncrief. For the Sycamores at guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 22, Carl Nix. Now the head coach of the Razorbacks, Coach Eddie Sutton, and the head coach of the Sycamores, Coach Bill Hodges.
Arkansas 25-4. They won their last 14 in a row. Indiana State has won 31 in a row. This is the right to go on to the Final Four in Salt Lake City. The tip-off in a moment. Straight Gilbert and Miley at the forwards, Reed and Nix at the guards, and Bird at center. Indiana State in the white. Arkansas in the red are the darker uniforms. They'll have Zahn and Hastings at forward, Reed and Moncrief at the guards, and Shaw at center. Zahn will be on Larry Bird. That is Shaw jumping against Alex Gilbert of Indiana State, and Larry Bird controls the tip. That is Steve Reed, number 23. We understand that Carl Nix has a bad sore throat. There was a rumor he had the mumps, but he's playing, and they labeled it thus far only a sore throat. Larry Bird in the corner. Bird tries to get it up and lays it up and in.
And Larry Bird. Interesting matchup. It's going to be Moncrief. Here we're going to see it. Bird goes underneath. He got called for steps right there. We don't see his feet, but he was traveling. Great shot, however, and you can see that Larry Bird's going to take the ball to the basket early.
No basket further comes U.S. Reed, Ulysses Reed. There is Zahn, who is on board. Scott Hastings, the freshman. Moncrief has not handled the ball yet. Shaw hooking over Bird, and the rebound is picked up by Moncrief.
He's out of bounds.
He stepped on the end line. And so the two All-Americans, Bird called for walking, Moncrief stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
They have two great plays, Jim, on the part of both of them. What we're going to see is a matchup right here where we've got Nix and Moncrief, two great athletes, and of course you pointed out that Zahn and Bird.
There is Nix with a sore throat, outstanding scorer, averaging nearly 20 points a game. Brad Miley, an outstanding defensive man.
What's fun about Bird is watching to see where
Nix.
he can go with the ball inside or out.
Nix has got another chance. In and out, whistle underneath.
What Zahn's going to really have to watch, because Bird goes after every rebound.
Steve Reed, Nix in the corner, and he's walking with the basketball.
No, what happened
and
there,
Bill
Jim?
Hodges and Terry Timber are up.
They're right. What happened is the three-point circle is what Nix stepped on. That was not the out-of-bounds line, and Bill Hodges is absolutely right.
Gave the ball to Arkansas. There's been no score yet, with a better than a minute gone.
Well, the tempo right now is so ferocious. They're both going to have to settle down. Well, the whole place is jumping. Both teams are going to have to settle down a little bit. Here's a zone out of bounds, 2-3.
Moncrief, his first shot, 2 points, first points of the game.
Great follow-through by Sidney Moncrief. He's an incredible leaper, but still has the soft shot.
Larry Bird, the player of the year. Sidney Moncrief, second in the balloting in many polls. The best two players, according to the experts, is Larry Bird. Misses it. Ball is tipped away. Miley controls for Indiana State.
Shaw did a great job helping out that time on Zahn.
Bird from outside, in and out, and Ulysses Reed. U.S. Reed gets the rebound. Somebody's got to come down to it. Certainly, Moncrief has 4 points.
Sidney normally lets the game flow a little bit more. He's taking it right to him early. You can see how pumped up these players are.
Arkansas 4, undefeated Indiana State nothing. 2 minutes gone by. Bird has missed on 2 shots. Passes out to Reed. Gilbert inside has the first point for Indiana State.
You know, Alex Gilbert has a nice release on his shot. It's amazing that he does not shoot free throws well, but he shoots very well from that range.
Reed and Reed. U.S. Reed and Steve Reed on him. Feed into Shaw, and Zahn takes his first shot. 6-2. Alan Zahn was in the doghouse earlier this year, lost his starting job to Tony Brown. Got it back only when Brown became injured in practice. Nick's driving, taking it in.
Showed you what kind of athlete he is right there. Excellent move by Moncrief, and then even with Shaw right there to make the move, Nick's changed direction and scored.
3 minutes gone by, 6-4 Arkansas. The winner of this game to face the winner of the game you'll see later today, DePaul and UCLA from Provo, Utah. Moncrief again, double team, pumping, gets it up. Short end, Larry Bird picks it up the rim. And a whistle blow. Steve Reed, Larry Bird in the corner, getting around Zahn, putting it up. First point for Larry Bird. Ball game. Hope that it might be on Alex Gilbert bumping Scott Hayes. So watch those. Pennsylvania beating Syracuse and St. John's upsetting Rutgers after Rutgers had beaten them twice a few of the Southeast, and Notre Dame held on to beat Toledo at one time. In the second half, Toledo was within a point. After 2 minutes in the second half, but he can go all the way. There's Zahn, and he's got it. 4 points for Alan Zahn. Indiana State, the undefeated team, has yet to lead. They've been tied. They're down by 2. Alex Gilbert, way outside. That's not his spot. Nix can shoot from anywhere, and he's deadly. But this time, no. Gilbert goes up. Bird outleaps him and keeps the ball in play. Larry's going to do it himself. 4 points, Larry Bird. 8-all.
Steve Shaw on Gilbert will not go outside with him at all, so he's double-teaming Bird inside, and he was still able to score.
Scott Hastings into Shaw, who's got a good turnaround jumper, and he hits it. First point for Steve Shaw. 10-8. Shaw fouled out the other night in Arkansas's exciting semifinal game in the region. A senior.
Great man-to-man, tough pressure by both teams.
Feed underneath, and Shaw almost intercepted. Picked up by Gilbert, who stuffed it. Shaw had the ball go through his hands. Gilbert got it and dunked it. It's 10-10.
You can see that Eddie Sutton's going to put a lot of pressure on Bird defensively because they're getting the ball into Shaw, making Bird guard somebody.
Hastings pumps, the ball is knocked away, and I think it's going to be a foul on Gilbert. If so, that'll be his second.
No, I think it's going to be on
the floor. They haven't been to the foul line yet, and about rebounded. Arkansas 4-2. Next is Larry Bird. He loves to shoot from there and does not hit this one. But Bob Heaton just came and gets the rebound. Next to Miley, who can't handle it. Gilbert. U.S. Reed knocks it over to Moncrief. Arkansas has a chance to go up by 4. Nix knocks it aside, out of bounds. Arkansas has yet to make a substitution. Indiana State has made one. There's been little to choose in the first 6.5 minutes of the game. Hastings getting by Bird, rolled right by him. Razorback calling the Hogs, up by 4. Miley is an outside shooter. Heaton had that 50-footer against New Mexico State. Nix loses the ball away, dives for it. They'll have a jump ball. Gilbert's a great leaper and got the tap. Reed is back in along with Heaton, and Heaton takes the shot. Bob Heaton. The man who is out of there is Carl Mix, who, as we said, has that sore throat. There was a rumor he had the mumps. That has not been confirmed. Underneath. That is on Shaw, I believe. Other scores last night, DePaul, or I should say, two of the great games. 14-12, the Sycamores have a chance to tie it up. Staley can hit from outside. He's a good outside shooter. Shaw gets a rebound, as this time he's short. So it is Bird, Staley, Miley, Heaton, and Reed for Indiana State. The original starting five still in there for Arkansas. 12.5 minutes to go. Frantic first pass. Sidney Moncrief. They say he is something in the last 5 minutes of the first and second half, but he's something in the whole game as far as I'm concerned. Here's Hastings. Bird is on him. Shaw underneath. Bill Hodges just got up and said, block out under there, block out under there. Staley steps around Zahn and shoots and scores. Arkansas 16, Indiana State 14. The matchup of Reed and Reed. And now Sidney Moncrief and Bob Heaton, the tough competitors on him. Underneath, there's Moncrief, goes up, and it is no good, and tipped up and followed in by Moncrief. As two Indiana State men went to the floor. Moncrief now has 6 points.
Moncrief.
18-14. Hasn't slowed for a moment, has it? There's Staley outside. To Larry Bird, high, it'll be short, and U.S. Reed was only 6'2", but can sure get in the air. Burden's down yet another rebound. That's his second. On outside. Moncrief. Shaw. Covered up by Miley, their best defensive players. Moncrief. No good. Bird battles for it and gets it away from U.S. Reed. Starts the outlet pass to Staley. Staley passes off, and they'll slow it down. Reed does not take the shot. Waiting for Bird and company to get back down court.
As an intelligent play, and Indiana State uses the ball very well. They make sure their possessions are wisely taken.
Larry Bird doesn't have it. Moncrief rebound. The feed to Zahn, who missed. Staley goes for the ball, and a whistle blows. And I think it's going to be on U.S. Reed. Next is back into the ball game. Underneath is Gilbert. 6 points for Alex Gilbert.
That's why it's tough to double team him, Jim. He just goes and hands off to the open man.
Arkansas up by 2. Indiana State hasn't led. Underneath is Shaw, and the whistle blows. And that is give a basket to Shaw on goaltending.
Shaw has proven something both at Lawrence, Kansas, and here, as when he handles the ball, he doesn't waste any motion at all putting it up.
Last week, didn't she? The women's Kemper and the Dinah Shore. Larry Bird has 4 points. Sidney Moncrief 6. Larry Bird and Moncrief each has 3 rebounds. Bird has 1 assist. Things have been so hectic, we haven't given you the officials. Hank Nichols of the Atlantic Coast Conference is the referee. Richard Weiler and Phil Robinson, both of the Big Ten, are the umpires. And here comes Steve Reed.
Here's a zone defense for the first time by Arkansas.
Next feeds underneath. There's Gilbert. He misses, and Bird's got the rebound to follow.
Jim, I'd be very surprised to see Arkansas stay in that zone. I think they wanted to use it just a little change up on the timeout situation, but a 2-3 zone.
U.S. Reed. Zone. Hastings, the freshman.
Bird trying to help out inside, knowing Shaw's moving in there.
Carl Meck, they will lose off the starting 5 is Larry Bird. That's a big loss, but it's a young team. Moncrief will be the big loss for Arkansas. Bird takes it in, passes to Gilbert for the shot. No good. U.S. Reed goes over Bird and goes off Bird's hands and out of bounds, and the Bird doesn't think so.
You notice Eddie Sutton just did use the zone one time down court, came back to go straight man-to-man. He doesn't want Bird to have the opportunity to play against a passive defense.
A little less than 9 minutes to go, first half. Speedway into Shaw, who puts it up, and it's in.
They can't handle him.
Wasn't until really February that he came back to play a strong game. Arkansas by 4. Indiana State is not yet glad. They've been tied a couple of times. Indiana State 31-0. Nix drives the baseline. And they're looking at Zahn. And that'll be Alan Zahn's second foul.
Went to junior college from there and then returned again, so it's not like they picked up a totally new recruit.
He said that Larry Bird called him daily, made him feel as though Indiana State really wanted him. And because of him, he came back. Jump ball, how about that? Nix tied up Sidney Moncrief. Runner here plays the winner of DePaul, UCLA, which follows. Look at Bird! Look at Bird! Here he goes! Foul is going to be on U.S. Reed, his second. Like Nix, Bird is 1 out of 2, and it's still 22-20, Arkansas by 2. 8:15 left, whistle blows. And Eddie Sutton of Arkansas says, hold it.
Set up a specific play to try to draw a foul. Now let's see if they don't slow it down and try to set somebody up for a foul situation.
All right, Billy says, specific situation to draw a foul. Let's see what happens.
I think they're going to be very patient here, trying to draw somebody, maybe Bird or maybe against with Moncrief taking it. Here it is, inside.
Hastings goes up, air ball, picked up underneath, whistle blows, and they're signaling out whom? Reed or Bird?
I think it's going to be on Gilbert. But
there's the biggest lead. Arkansas 25, Indiana State 20.
Well, he got the result he wanted, but not against the right person.
Next, he's got to face Moncrief. Underhands it, no good. Rebound goes to Arkansas. Zahn. U.S. Reed.
He's tough inside.
Knocked protected by Gilbert. 1-on-2. Nix will slow it up, I think. Feeding off to Gilbert is a good jumper. Puts it in.
Oh, that's going to be a tough foul for Indiana State. It's on Gilbert for charging.
And again, the 5-point lead to Arkansas. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. First half. There's Staley, a senior out of Tampa, Florida, taking the shot. He can hit, but that's way
not
short.
The shot they wanted.
Ball knocked away, picked up by Staley. Fed in underneath. Miley seldom shoots, so he gets it back out to Heaton, who is very good from there. And Bob Heaton has 4.
There's that good substituting by Bill Hodges, getting the right people in the game to try to counterbalance the foul trouble. We'll be able to tell quickly whether they're going to set up again to try to get Bird in some trouble. Doesn't look like it.
Moncrief in the corner. Now Reed on this side. Shaw and Hastings have both been effective underneath. Shaw has driven, or rather Hastings has driven by Bird, tying it up on the floor. Jump ball.
So that Bird can't handle the ball, stepping out for his jump shot.
Dealt for the year, Bill Hodges. Ball is knocked away, picked up by Hastings. Reed is, well, I thought he was going to take a shot.
Good fake.
Now he's going to take a shot. And get it. His first basket, 3 points, U.S. Reed.
One of the real problems Arkansas gives you is because of the great leaping guards, they're not afraid to take the ball inside against your smaller people. There's the step out for Bird.
Bird forces a shot that's way wide.
Not a good shot.
Here's Zahn. Next covering up. Zahn now has 6 points, and there's the biggest lead. 7 points with 6 minutes to go.
Bill Hodges may have to call a time next time down if game's getting away from him a little bit. And Larry Bird's getting a little frustrated in the fact that he hadn't had the ball in the shooting area. Here he is.
Bird gets the ball away high and has this one. 8 points, 9 points for Larry Bird. A 5-point difference. Outstanding basketball game. We were talking about Indiana State 31 in a row. Remember, Arkansas is unused to losing 2, having won its last 14 in a row. Sidney Moncrief doesn't get it. Zahn follows.
That should be a charge.
And is called with charging. That'll be his 3rd personal foul.
Might
people and hits it right off the front of the rim. Didn't come close.
Nice rebound, even though he won't get credit for it by Hastings. He got his hand in the way, knocked it back out.
Arkansas has a chance to go up by 9. Decent offense shown. Get it into Stoll, and Stoll, I believe, is going to be called. No good. Bird's got the rebound. Tony Brown is up and will come in for Arkansas. That would be the first substitution of the day for the Razorbacks. 4:55. Arkansas by 7. Bird from the side. Larry Bird now has 11 points.
Now, by playing Allen's on where they are, they've been able to prevent Bird from stepping out high. That time, Bird went all the way to the baseline to step out, which allowed the passing lane. He is a smart player.
Moncrief has 6 points. Hastings drives, and he's walking with the basketball. And now, just as quickly, Arkansas had a chance to go up by 9. Indiana State can now pull within 3.
Well, we talked about leadership, and look at the ball.
Arkansas 14 out of 22 from the floor. Indiana State 13 out of 27. The difference, a lot of it, has been at the free throw line. Nick.
He walked. He walked.
He's walking.
He lost it. Jim, what we're going to see right now, Allen's on.
Tony Brown is in. His number is 40. Brown is the freshman out of Chicago. There he is right there. And there's another freshman, Hastings, scoring. Scott Hastings now has 8 points, 4 from the floor, 4 from the free throw line. Again, a 7-point lead, Arkansas.
Well,
3:45 left.
Jim, let's see if Bird doesn't realize he's got a big man on him and take him outside. Now they work away from him. Hastings was damning him. He plays the same every game. Just keeps going up and down that floor, rebounding, playing defense, passing the ball.
Arkansas by 5, and here comes Sidney Moncrief. Finished runner-up to Larry Bird this year and voting for Player of the Year.
Real quality individual.
Tony Brown. Staley is on him. Cutting inside is Reed, and he charges, I believe, right into Larry Bird.
Jim, you put him on the line, you're in trouble.
5 out of 6 from the line for Larry Bird. It's a 3-point ball game again.
Moncrief's turn to take the ball inside.
Moncrief scored early, but has a total of only 6 points now. Nix has been on him. Now he's driving, trying to get by. Gets some help from Brad Miley.
Great defense by Miley. Sidney wants that ball right now.
There's Young, who just came in. Couple of freshmen in that Arkansas lineup now.
Great defense being played right here. Look at the fans. They really appreciate it. Boy, this is
Can't get a shot away. Moncrief pumps 3 times, but he's
great
working.
defense.
Moncrief so first
To the zone.
down by 7 with a chance to go down by 9. Now Indiana State trying to be within 1. Next pass is on an easy layup. Brad Miley's first point.
Gotta love the team play, Jim. Eddie Sutton's calling for a 5. He wants a clear out. He wants Sidney Moncrief in a clear out. Nobody in the post right now. Here he goes.
Moncrief takes it all the way in. Oh, good. Hastings and Bird did a dangerous job of reaching in there, but did not draw a foul.
They can't afford to have 3 on him in the first half.
Arkansas up by 2, playing intelligent basketball.
Same maneuver. They've got Sidney Moncrief in the center, a spread offense. This is what Hastings does real well. It gives him another ball handler.
Moncrief, and this time it is Miley who moves in the last minute.
Right on it.
College basketball highlights of what has happened Thursday and Friday coming up at halftime.
Here's the zone.
Reed. Bird covered up quickly, gets the ball away to Nix. He's going to take the shot. No good. Bird is there. Follows.
He is so tough on the offensive boards, and against the zone defense, he knows he can step out, take a long shot, and if you don't put a body on him, he's going to get a rebound.
Young driving on Reed, passing across, and they're going out to the 4 corners. Bill Hodges made a statement about the ACC, said those 4 corners teams are out of the tournament. Arkansas is now playing 4 corners.
Well, they are, and of course they've got the perfect guy in there to play it in Moncrief because he can take it all the way to the basket or keep it outside with good ball handling.
Less than a minute to go in the half, 39-37, outstanding first half.
And here's another guy that really makes it effective is Hastings. He can handle the ball. Bird's going to have to be careful to keep his hands off it.
Well, it's got to be a throw for Hastings, too. He's playing head up with Larry Bird.
See Bird trying to help out. When he helps out, of course, then there's going to be an open passing lane.
Hastings only 18 years old and already in tournament play. Said he wanted Kansas to recruit him, but they never caught him until the final week, and by that time he had picked Arkansas.
We're going to hold for the last shot now, trying to get that ball in Sidney Moncrief's hands with about 11 seconds to go. Watch Nix and Moncrief. This is going to be a real battle here.
By 2 points, 10 seconds to go. Young, 7 seconds. Off the foot to bring it out of bounds with 6 seconds. Off the foot of Steve Reed. They'll have 6 seconds to get the ball in bounds and the ball in the air toward the basket.
Maybe a sideline out of bounds play, trying to get the lob. Tony Brown going down the side. Here goes Moncrief.
Shaw, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He launches it. Moncrief does not get it. Half in. Outstanding. Outstanding. Arkansas has it all the way.
Now look at those shooting percentages. Just incredible by both teams to be over 50% in such tough defense, but 64% from the field. That's really putting the ball in there. Rebounds, kind of close. Not a lot of rebounds because such good shooting out there. Foul situation, more important who they're on than the totals. And there are the point totals right there. Moncrief with 10, the leader.
There's one difference, though, that Zahn has 3 personal fouls, and so does Reed instead of 2.
And here you have Larry Bird, 17 points. What's so incredible about the guy is that he hadn't handled the ball that much today. I think the second half we're going to see more of it. And Jim, if you think Terre Haute isn't hot about this game, how about the fact Terre Haute South just won their game up there on a high school level? This town's going crazy.
Oh. I'm sure that Fayetteville is a little bananas at the moment themselves with Arkansas right here, the whole state of Arkansas. They're calling the Hogs. Arkansas in the dark uniform. Miley, Hastings outside.
Miley on Shaw. It seems like they're trying to keep Gilbert away from foul trouble. Therefore, he's on Zahn.
Moncrief, Zahn, Hastings, Reed, and Shaw. The 5 as Nix draws the foul. That's the original starting 5. That's the second personal foul for Nix.
This is second, and I think we'll see Sidney Moncrief trying to take him inside more often.
Indiana State has its starting 5. That is Miley, Gilbert, Bird, Nix, and Reed.
Nice to know when you're out of bounds, you can throw it up in the air to any of those guards, and they can go up so high to catch anything. Nice job by Miley inside on Shaw. He's in position now.
Look at that. Miley left Shaw, and Hastings flipped it over Bird, who was guarding him, and Shaw was all by himself.
What's the problem in handling Shaw, Jim, is he takes such good position at a perfect angle, and then to try to front him, get in trouble with the lob, and then to try to play behind him, he gets on the side.
From the corner, 2 points, Carl Nix. And that's only 4 points, make it 5 he's got all day. He averages nearly 20.
That's an important basket for Nix. He's really slow getting started in the first half.
Indiana State in against this team from the Southwest Conference. Hastings keeps it in play.
There's Miley trying to keep Shaw out of there. Bird's trying to slough off, but that's tough to do from way outside where Hastings is playing. See where Bird's way under the basket. His man's out 25 feet away.
Well, Carl Nix has got a sore throat. He's forgotten all about it. He's all over the court.
You can't worry about injury in a day like today.
Reed using Hastings to shoot over, scores. And U.S. Reed has 7 points.
Oh, that's farther out than Eddie Sutton liked to see him shoot it, but he hit it.
4-point lead, Arkansas. Repeat again, Indiana State has never led. At one time, down by 7. Bird shooting over Zahn. And give Larry Bird 19 points.
He is such a clever ball player, Jim. He realized he's not going to be able to step out to get that ball, so he's shifting back down in the corner, and his teammates wisely are getting the ball down there.
Moncrief. And Sidney Moncrief now has 12 points.
That time, Nix tried to help out on the inside. He's going to have to stick with Moncrief. It's going to be up to Bird to be the one to slough off on Shaw. Here he is again. Same move. Almost got it. Reed couldn't get him the ball.
There goes Bird.
Oh, what a pass!
Look at that. Gilbert scores! What a pass!
That's what I said at halftime. He hadn't been handling the ball much in the first half. When he's got it in his hand, something will always happen.
Incredible pass by Larry Bird. tries for the ball. Still loose. He picked up by Gilbert. He'll slow it up. Bird makes the steal.
They can
tie it up.
He's bringing down the house now.
Nix tries to tie it up. Does not. Gilbert follows. It's tied. 45 all.
There he goes. Watch this pass. Behind his head to Gilbert. Beautifully thrown with the left hand.
And moments later, the steal to tie the game. Help tie it. Zahn shoots. Moncrief underneath and scores.
We're seeing two of the great leaders of all time in college basketball in Moncrief and Bird.
47-45, and we've got 16:20 to go. One of these two outstanding seniors will be playing his last game today. Bird makes the move on Shaw, fall-away jumper, tied again.
There we see it. Play inside. Bird throws it back over his head to Gilbert. When he touches it, he'll get his teammates open. Here's Moncrief taking over now. The two of them are going head-to-head.
Belongs to U.S. Reed. The leaper. Blocked. Rejected. Zahn picks it up. Puts it up and scores. Alan Zahn with 10 points. 49-47 Arkansas.
These are like two great boxers out there, Jim. They're just going ahead and taking their team, put them on the back and saying, I'll take it from here. Bird again going low.
Bird gets it away quickly, but this was too long, and it's taken down by the freshman Hastings. And Arkansas now leading by 2. Back down front with the basketball. The Reed-Reed matchup. Nix is on Moncrief. That's been something all day. And Nix has been held to 5 points. Moncrief has 12. Make it 14 points. Moncrief again shooting over Nix and make it 16 points. And a 4-point lead again for Arkansas.
Carl Nix really having trouble. Moncrief extremely clever in there, and he's using the bodies to get open. He gets down in the pack and then just wiggles off a body or two.
Gilbert outside. Here's Larry Bird. He's been all of it. He's shooting over Zahn again.
And Alan Zahn just looked over this way and shrugged his shoulders.
23 points, Larry Bird. He averages nearly 29. Arkansas by 2.
Now Sidney's got the ball.
Reed outside. Oh, how did it stay out? Took a trip around the rim and came back into the hands of Larry Bird. 17,166 looking on, and nobody's disappointed. Bird, he's going to shoot the ball away again.
Oh, man. I feel sorry for Alan Zahn. He's doing a good job defensively, and Bird just keeps taking it.
51 apiece. Look at those statistics for Bird. Indiana State has never been ahead. Moncrief. And I believe Nix will be called with a foul.
Play, great effort.
Time is called.
Borough, and anybody that has a ticket better go out. It's a tremendous event, and I think that we owe it to the players to be out there and fill that gym tomorrow.
St. John's in Pennsylvania tomorrow. Right now it is Arkansas and Indiana State. The Sycamores trying to tie it again. Staley takes the shot. No good. Bird is there, and I believe it's fouled by. Didn't play.
Here's the zone out of bounds, playing in tight, trying to make sure nothing happens on the easy basket. And they're staying in the zone right now. 2-3, second time we've seen it all game.
Nix is out of there, and Heaton, 30, is in. Larry Bird, and he's walking with the basketball.
Out here today.
Zahn, now a little backcourt pressure by Heaton. Now a little trapping. Here's Moncrief. Pass, but Shaw's going to slow it down. Zahn is walking with the ball.
Offense by Arkansas, but he opens up the floor for a guy like Sidney Moncrief, who can really take it to the basket if he gets an opportunity to handle it in the midcourt area.
Whichever team goes on to Salt Lake will have gone on with a battle at their hands.
Moncrief on Bird now. This is going to really be something. They're taking the ultimate gamble here.
Trying to get the ball inside. Bird's got it. Forces it out. Heaton goes up. 2 points.
This is going to be a real interesting matchup. Moncrief, a great leaper and a super competitor. Bird, quite a bit bigger. And here's the press.
53 all. U.S. Reed. He charges in, and it's a charging foul against U.S. Reed, and that is number 4.
He charged once again. Bird back there all by himself.
Fourth on U.S. Reed.
And
now for the first time, Indiana State has the ball and a chance to tie this, or rather go ahead in this ball game. They've been tied, but that's it.
Boy, Moncrief and Bird. Bird's wanting to take him inside. Here he is, down low. Moncrief.
Boy, it's a real pushing match down there between Bird and Moncrief. Some of the Indiana State fans are on Moncrief.
I guarantee if Bird gets the ball, he gets the ball over to Miley for a layup because they're not helping.
Bird got loose. Forces the shot. It's volley by Miley. And Indiana State leads for the first time. Brad Miley.
And boy, Bill Hodges going with the press. Taking a big chance here.
Hastings takes the shot. Miley, who got the go-ahead basket, gets the rebound.
What the press has done is taken Arkansas out of their offense, and I'll bet you Eddie Sutton is going to have to call a timeout, get them to slow down a little bit.
Miley holding the ball. Eaton in the corner. Staley is in now. Gilbert is out. Order Staley, Reed, Miley, Bird, and Heaton.
Moncrief trying to keep the ball away from Bird. Bird wanting to take him inside.
Heaton hit from there last time, and this time does not. Battle for it, and Shaw comes down with it. And now Arkansas, behind for the first time, can catch up and tie this game again.
Well, that young man's all heart takes on the challenge. You see they have an opportunity to get back in their offense now.
Moncrief fakes out Staley, double pump, puts it up and in. Tie game. And Moncrief now has a total of 20 points. 55-55. Bill Hodges saying slow down. You said, Billy, that NCAA basketball is great. Not all the games are like this. This is one of the best.
Yeah, but the kids are all playing so hard. They're all winners they get on this level of competition.
Reed.
He's got to be careful.
He's got 4 personal fouls. Feed Bird turns around the other way, backs it off, no good, fouled up. Good, Miley again.
What's happening is Shaw is trying to help out Moncrief on Bird. Therefore, Miley's not being covered at all. And if Bird gets it, he'll hit the open man. If he doesn't get it, Miley's in good position for rebounding.
Miley had 2 points for the first half, has 4 here.
10 seconds.
Bill Hodges was saying about the same thing to the Sycamores. 57-55. Staley can't get the shot away. Miley won't shoot.
Larry Bird's got to really think about something here. He's being guarded by 2 men right now, Shaw and Moncrief. Moncrief slipped. 3 seconds.
3-second violation. Bird has 25 points, Moncrief 20. Both players have 7 rebounds. Bird has 3 assists, Moncrief 2, and each has 2 fouls.
Mexican standoff?
Just about like the game, 57-55. Whistle blows. Someone reached in, and it's Miley. That's his second foul.
On his part, but it's paid some real dividends getting him back in the game.
3rd team foul this half against Indiana State.
Now Bird back on Shaw.
Zong with the basketball. There's Young, replaced U.S. Reed. Miley's now on Hastings, and Hastings, a former tennis player, can get by him, and guess who's got the rebound? Number 8, Larry Bird. Next back in the ball game. Bird, turn around, jumper! On 27 points. The biggest lead for Indiana State, 4.
And see what the press takes Shaw out of the offense. By the time they get the shot off, now he's back down in there in their half court again. Staley now guarding Moncrief, 2 good athletes.
Young in the corner gets the ball into Shaw, has to feed it out to Hastings.
Long.
Hastings, long. Young picks it up and takes a shot of his own, and he's got it.
That was a big basket.
The sophomore out of Woodlake, Indiana. 59-57. Sycamores lead the Hogs by 2. 8:38 to go.
His Shaw's not even guarding Miley. He's staying back, staying away from him 12 feet just to make sure he can help out on Bird.
Nix has been held down today. Moncrief has been on him most of the time, but Sidney's now been switched away to Larry Bird. And Young is on Nix, and so he's going to take a shot.
Eddie Sutton's coming back with U.S. Reed, knowing he's got to pull out all stoppers.
7 points for Nix, 4 in this half. There's Young, Nix is on him.
Hastings has been the man that's beaten the press.
Zahn has the ball go away. Staley loses the ball. Dive. And it'll be out of bounds. Belongs to Arkansas.
Just only in terms of score, not in regard to their heart and their ability to play the game.
Staley makes a great interception of the pass to Zahn. And now Indiana State can go up by 6. 4 is their biggest margin. They never went ahead till it was 47-45.
Once again, Bird being triple teamed on the inside. Now Hastings aware of it.
Reed takes it in, passes out to Miley.
Miley will be always open in this offense.
Nick gets away a tough shot there. And they're looking at Shaw, I believe.
Cards in the ball game right now. Going to a smaller lineup. Actually gives Indiana State a good matchup.
Reed, he's got 4 fouls on him. And this time it's going to be Larry Bird. And Bird was his 3rd. And Pine Bluff, and they didn't recruit him, so he kept writing letters to Eddie Sutton and said, here I am, and here he is today. A 63-59 game. Arkansas trails at the moment. Larry Bird, nobody near him, and he shoots it over. It's an air ball off the hands of Miley. Nix keeps it back in, but they say, nope, not in time. Belongs to Arkansas, and here come the Hogs.
I'll be honest with you, I think Larry Bird went up for that jump shot, looking to pass. Jim was kind of surprised he was wide open.
Young, U.S. Reed, Sidney Moncrief, Staley's on him, as Billy told you. Beaten underneath to Shaw. He's double teamed, so back out to Young.
Smart play.
63-61.
Eddie Sutton said play smart, and that's exactly what Shaw did. He felt double coverage, hit the open man.
6:38 to go. Somebody goes to Salt Lake City.
Either team will represent the Midwest very well.
Staley can't get it away. Steve Reed doesn't have a point. I don't think he's taken a shot from the floor yet. There's a feed by Miley that just went past the outstretched hands of Larry Bird, and Arkansas can tie this up. Coming up, UCLA and DePaul, and the winner.
Now here we have Gilbert back in the ball game. He'll play down in tight a little bit more.
Scott Hastings, he's walking with the ball. Eddie Sutton gets up, twirls around like a dervish, laughing, saying, how can you call that? And goes after one of the officials.
He can call it because the man was walking.
Oh, at least. Golden opportunity there to tie the game up. The youngster walked with the basketball.
That's what you call baiting the official, Jim. He's just trying to make sure he gets in the next time.
Oh, shooting over and getting it. Shooting over U.S. Reed. Carl Nix now has 8 points in this half and 11. And a 4-point lead for Indiana State.
Boy, Hastings really doing a job. He's under a lot of pressure. He's got to fire it.
Gets it away to U.S. Reed.
It's a lot of pressure for a freshman to bring it up against the press.
Moncrief with 20 points. There's Young, who's hit a couple of big baskets in this half.
Bird keeping away from Shaw. Real good pivot defense. There he is.
There's Shaw. Got it. Second basket this half, 12-point Steve Shaw.
Boy, Bird worked so hard to keep it away from him. Shaw kept getting position, rotating. Does a nice job in there.
5:15 left. Nick, that's his first shot of the day, I'm sure, and Reed has it come out, and Shaw gets a rebound, and now Arkansas can tie the Sycamores of Indiana State. That shorter lineup in there for Arkansas. They still have Shaw, though, in there with Hastings. But Young, Reed, and Moncrief are the other 3. Pass underneath. Hastings on Bird and drops it in. Tie game.
Oh, this is a great game. And Jim, I'm just enjoying watching the way these kids are playing.
First basket, Hastings this half. 10 points.
The fans are super and the kids are.
Nix tries to put him out in front and dives, and Carl Nix comes back. That's his 4th basket this half. He's got 13 points.
I think he feels because he's so much more powerful than Reed that he can take him. He's been doing it.
Reed, look at Bird back out of the way, and then Reed came up short. Bird got out of the way. He's got 3 personal fouls.
Well, he faked at him, gave him a good pump fake, pulled Reed up. I think it surprised Reed that he had to go ahead and pull short.
Next to his Hotters, missing that one, and Moncrief gets the rebound over Bird. Moncrief loses the ball.
He was tripped.
Whistle blows, and they're going to call on Nix, I believe. Indiana State by 2. Bill Hodges undefeated in 31 games. Reed trying to get around Reed, and Steve Reed fouls U.S. Reed. That is team foul number 6, heading most of the way. Then came up to a 5-point lead. Now leads only by 2. And Arkansas's got the basketball.
Oh, what a fake.
And Moncrief is going to try to tie it up and does.
What a pump fake that time. And Nix is a good athlete, but he had him moving.
67-67. 22 points for Sidney Moncrief. Alex Gilbert is back in. They want his leaping ability in there. Nix, he's been walking. We've seen about 4 walking violations in the last 2 minutes of play.
He's a little bit too anxious. He thinks he can take Reed with 4. Now here comes Moncrief out. Now watch this pump fake. Boom! Boy, I'll tell you, he get anybody off your feet with a move like that.
Now turnover is important because Arkansas can go out in front.
And they have a great delay game.
Hastings from outside. Gets it to Reed.
Dangerous pass.
3:05 left.
They'd like to get the ball to Moncrief again. There
Eddie
he is.
Sutton wants timeout. 7. Indiana State, number 1, 67. Time left, 3 minutes and 1 second.
Jim, since Moncrief has been on Bird really hasn't been able to get on track too much, and that's something Bill Hodges has got to figure out. Still man-to-man and tough defense. Moncrief being guarded by Heaton, who's a tough man physically. There he is.
There's Moncrief. Jumping over Heaton.
That's what they wanted.
Arkansas leads. 34 points for Sidney Moncrief, the 6'4" senior. Was played in every game at Arkansas. Outstanding record.
Oh, he got
fouled.
fouled.
On him. Nothing called for. Bird takes the shot. Good. Ties it.
He really got fouled before that. And what he's still got to do, though, is figure out a way to get the ball and get open a little bit more.
29 points for Larry Bird. 24 points for Sidney Moncrief.
Other fellas just trying to wait till Moncrief can get that ball in scoring position. Clear out for him.
69 all. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. It's not gone into a 4 corners as such. In the corners, Hastings, Young, Reed.
We'll see Eddie Sutton call another timeout if they don't get something that looks better.
Reed bouncing over Nick.
Oh, what a shot.
U.S. Reed. Now with 11 points. And more importantly, Arkansas with a 2-point lead. 1:37 to go. This is the moment of truth, folks. Bird is loose and rejected by Shaw, who draws a foul. And Bird will go to the line for 2. And Shaw has 4 personal fouls.
There was a case, excellent positioning by Larry Bird to get the ball on Moncrief, had him on his hip, but we've said all along, Shaw's really playing him also from the backside. Here he comes. Had he not come down so hard over the top with his body, he might have got away with a block.
Staley comes in on a move by Bill Hodges, and Alex Gilbert goes out.
Well, you know why, Jim. You've got to think they need rebounding, but what they cannot afford to do is to have a man in the game that Arkansas would foul. And you know what Gilbert is on the foul line, a 20-some% shooter. Bill Hodges again showing what a brilliant bench coach he's been in this stretch.
Bird needs both of these, and as the first, he's now hit on 5 in a row, and 6 out of 7. And this one would tie it at 71 with 1:31 to go. Tie game.
On the money.
Under pressure, Moncrief and Bird have been something. They've been something all year long. There's Hastings, Miley on him. Young comes back. Not across, now they're across the 10-second line.
Tim, you really don't want this game to end, do you?
I don't. I got a lot of time before tomorrow. And over in Greensboro, I'm sure the people who want to see DePaul and UCLA are anxious, but even they must appreciate this game. Sutton wants a timeout.
Yeah, he's
Sutton wants a timeout. Both times on his stride right now. Arkansas has the basketball, and you've heard the plans interpreted by Billy Packer, the plans of Eddie Sutton.
Of course, the inbounds pass, all important. Has to be a good screen by Young. He set a good screen.
I'll watch the clock for you. He won the ball over. Reed turned the ball over. belongs to Indiana State.
And now Larry Bird saying, we'll take the time.
He wants timeout. Here's what happened, Billy.
Well, he tripped over Nix. No foul there at all. When he picked it back up, there's a traveling violation.
Larry Bird, as soon as that happened, went over and said, we want timeout.
Here he college ball, not only from a standpoint of their ability, but their great leadership qualities. And it'd be, I think, it'd miss justice.
Larry Bird of Indiana State has won, and guess who's the other? Sidney Moncrief of Arkansas. Both schools will receive $1,000 in their name and a letter saying that they are the co-MVPs of this game, no matter how it turns out. There's Bird, and Moncrief is right alongside of him. 71 all, 102 to go. The ball belongs to Indiana State, undefeated in 31 tries. The Cinderella team, Arkansas, made it to the Final Four last year.
And you notice Miley's been taken out of the ball game, so nothing but
U.S. Reed. That'll be off for U.S. Reed. He's out of there, and Nix is the man who is fouled. Time is in, 52 seconds to go. Heaton to put it in, and Larry Bird came out to get it.
Oh, that's a foul.
Oh, Young bumped right in the neck. That is team foul 6. Again, they will not go to the line yet. 47 seconds to go.
Jim, that was not a wise foul, however. They want to be in a position that any time they're going for a steal, they commit the foul without the one-on-one situation, but not a foolish foul. We'll see it right here. No chance to make a steal on that play.
44 seconds to go. Indiana State, Arkansas tied at 71. Larry Bird outside. Heaton, he's the man who sent it in overtime against New Mexico State with a 50-footer.
I think what we're going to see is Indiana State holding that ball down and then calling their timeout with maybe 15 to go, trying to get Bird open.
23 to go. Young out on Reed. Here's Bird.
20 seconds.
Double team.
They called
18 seconds to go. Time to go with 18 seconds. Time is called. Pennsylvania, followed by Michigan State and Notre Dame to decide the other two, and then a Sports World after that.
Jim, another thing you can think of, they're not in the 1-and-1 yet, so if Bird gets the ball, it wouldn't be a bad idea to foul it.
Next foul is their 7th foul.
That's right. They could go ahead and use one time. Don't let him get an easy shot. Moncrief on him down in the corner, but they're looking for him.
13 seconds.
They ought to foul it. If he goes for the basket, they ought to foul him.
10 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go. Reed gets it to Heaton. Heaton the click.
Left hand! He made it!
1 second to go.
Heaton, second time he did it.
Time is over. Game is over. Bob Heaton keeps Indiana State undefeated. They're on to the Final Four.
It's destiny for these guys, Jim. He made a 50-footer to win another ball game for him.
Bob Heaton, as Reed could not get the shot away, took it. He's the man that sent it into overtime against New Mexico State to help keep them undefeated. And he's the man that wins the ball game here. Larry Bird, Sidney Moncrief are MVPs, but the big story is Indiana State has won its 32nd in a row. And the Cinderella team goes on to Salt Lake City in the Final Four, beating Arkansas at the buzzer on the shot follow-up by Bob Heaton. What an outstanding game. Final score, Indiana State 73, Arkansas 71. And this place, with the notable exception of the Arkansas winning section, has gone absolutely wild. How it was won, Billy, by Bob Heaton.
Well, you never diagram a play like this, but Heaton's a guy with a lot of character. Ball bouncing around. He put it up left hand, Jim. Look at it bouncing around. Sports a matter of inches, and there it is. No time remaining. Boy, what a story in basketball this is. Reed didn't have it. Tried to dump off. Here's Heaton going up. Throws it up left-handed. Not even a shot. More or less a throw just to get it to the basket. Incredible.
All right, that's it. Indiana State has won 73 to 71. We're going to come right back here. The Bedlam's not letting up, but now we return to our studios for this message.
All right, Jim, I'm in the middle of this with Larry Bird. Another outstanding game. Larry, how good does it feel? You're going to the Final Four.
Great, man. I don't know what to say, but we're here and we finally made it.
Were you looking for the shot a little more in the second half?
Well, I just thought I'd get the ball a lot easier because everybody's double teaming and stuff, but I felt the other guys had open shots. I was trying to get the ball to them a little bit, but there wasn't no opening.
Was the plan for you to take the shot when you took the timeout after 18 seconds?
No, I told everybody timeout, be ready for the pass because I knew they was going to try to double team me. I was trying to get off somebody else, and we just about didn't get the shot off.
Okay, let me just turn over here. Coach Bill Hodges, congratulations. 18 seconds left. What did you want to do?
Well, we decided we'd go to a double stack. We'd enter the ball to Larry. If he didn't have what we wanted, anyone out there was going to take a shot. We had our best shooters in the game, and anyone was going to take a shot.
Coach, congratulations again. We've got to get it back to Jim Simpson.
All right, Brian, 73-71 the final score. Our congratulations to both teams, and especially the winners, Indiana State. But don't go away. We're coming right back. It is 71 at the buzzer with about 2 seconds to go. On the basket by Bob Heaton. But right now, we're about to switch to DePaul and their game with UCLA. That'll be in Provo, Utah, with Dick Enberg and Al McGuire. But how did those two teams get there? Let's find that out. You know the scores, but let's show you some of the highlights of Thursday night's action.
College basketball. Certainly the first of these 4 regional finals did not disappoint. The final, Indiana State 73, Arkansas 71. I don't know what more we could add to it. It was as billed. An outstanding performance by Larry Bird, who unofficially for me had 31 points. An outstanding performance from Sidney Moncrief, who tried to rally the Arkansas Razorbacks. This was a ball game that had everything. It was tied 12 times, and then it had a last-second shot. That's how it finished. Ball put in at the buzzer. Indiana State goes on to the Final Four. We've got more to come. We're going to be going to Provo, Utah. It'll be UCLA going against DePaul. We'll be joined by Dick Enberg and Al McGuire. From Cincinnati, I'm Brian Gumbel. Stay tuned for more.
Larry Bird is a great basketball player, but watch carefully this afternoon because he's playing his last college ball game. The Razorbacks are out to prove the bird is not the word.
We're gonna everybody's heard about the bird, about the bird, the bird, 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 about the bird, the bird, 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 about the bird, the bird, 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 about the bird,
Today from Cincinnati, Ohio, NBC Sports presents the 1979 National Collegiate Basketball Championship Regional Finals. Brought to you by Champion Spark Plug Company, the Spark Plug Specialist. By Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst is brewed to be the best, naturally with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it. By Ford and your Ford dealer, who invite you to see and test drive the all-new LTD and Mustang now. And by the makers of Right Guard Antiperspirant, available in roll-on, power pump, or convenient spray.
We're at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati. We're on